Oh, crap. We already broke it. So we've already broke it. Been here 10 seconds and boom, we broke it. So, hey, everybody, happy Friday night. I am your host. We have taken over for the BSC on Friday night. I was talking to Chris earlier today. He told me that he was road tripping with his family this evening and he wouldn't be able to go live. And I said, hey, why don't you let the rogues have a crack at it and run the Asylum? So I thought I would jump into the host seat here and do my best impersonation of the BSC. And just have a chat, answer, you guys' questions, talk about topics that you want to talk about, and just have a good, free-form Friday night chat. So with that, want to say hi to folks joining us early in the chat here, and I appreciate it. We've got 34, 35 people already. I see Lane Kramer, welcome. Saying, Chris, and behave. I know, two things in the same sentence, I know, right? Seriously. Late night trip in the house. What's up? BSC. Temporary BSC here. Late night.
Here's what I found.
Board cube of 12. Oh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Who else do we have? Hey, Benny, what's up? Good to see you. Bat Kid Voodoo in the house. Dan Caruso. Hey, what's happening? We've got Jay Shoegazer. How are you, man? Good to see you. Julia Rose. Hi, everyone. Resident Poison Ivy. How are you, Julia? Man, there are some great Poison Ivy books, Julia. I was at my my LCS here the other day, and holy cow. Wow, there are some beautiful books. I was looking at, I want to say it was variants for book 4, and some really, really beautiful covers out there. So, yeah, really cool. Chris Reynolds, hey, how are you? Hey, Dan and Co. Well, I'm not sure about the and Co. I know I did talk to Eric earlier today, and he mentioned that he might be swinging by. I talked to the Jeffs. I don't think Mr. Delaney's going to be able to join us, but not sure about Mr. Morris. Hopefully, Jeff can join us. We'll see. So we'll just play it by ear. Hey, Ryan, how are you, man? Good to see you here. CC3PO. So who is going to freeze in Chris's absence? Well, it is a distinct possibility. I have to tell you. Yeah, that's a distinct possibility. That could be what's happening. I see Count Von Strange the 4th. What's good? Everything's good, man. Good to see you, Jonas Overman. My Friday? Really good. So far, so good. And I can tell you just a couple of minutes before the show, I don't know if any of you saw in the group here earlier, Jeff Morrison. Jeff Morris is not going to be able to join us, guys. So sorry about that. I just got a message from him. But what I was going to say was, I don't know if you guys saw in the Facebook group, but unfortunately, I was on a work call, a conference call today, right at the time when Bottleneck went live with those awesome Batman animated series prints. And gosh darn it, I missed it. So upset. I posted in the group, and man, I tell you what, it took all of like 5 minutes for somebody in the community to reach out, somebody that had, a connection with and able to get a print for me, line up a print for me. And I just have to say, what a great community. That was really awesome. So I'm happy to report that I've got one of those terrific art prints coming, when they ship out. So really happy about that. So my Friday's going great. Michael Ray, how are you? Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a great day. Mike Steinbrook, yeah, I missed you. Mike, I never miss you, man. Always see you in the chat. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Dark Knight 420, what's happening? Kevin Vincent, wow, we got a lot of people in. We got 67 now and climbing. So let's see, who else do we have? Brenton, I'm not sure if I said hi to you. Hey, how are you, man? Good to see you. Hey, Bat Fam, and hello, Dan from Michael Dupler. Good to see you, bud. Superman 122-12012. Huh, got to let us all know what that string of numbers is. Welcome to the chat, Eric S. Dan the Man, Bat Brotherhood of the Bat member. Thank you very much, Eric. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to hold down the fort here, guys. No promises. I am not the polished professional that the BSC is, but I will do my best to hold down the fort and do my best interpretation of the good job that he does. Mike McDonald. Apologize if I might be hitting some of these twice, but Gotham Goon, not liking the new XM Samurai Batwoman. Something off about it, or oof about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think they did a good job coming with an interesting pose. It's kind of reminiscent to me of the really great pose they did on the Batgirl that they did a few years back. I love that statue. I've got that one up here and absolutely love it. And the Batwoman kind of remind me. They gave her a real dynamic pose, which I thought was good, real powerful pose. I don't know. The base with the shield up front, kind of different. I don't know. I haven't seen enough pictures of it yet. I have to spend a little more time with it, but I can see that. Billy, how are you, man? Happy Friday to you as well. Off, there's the correction. Techno 15, without worrying about scale. What's my favorite Joker statue? Well, I tell you, Techno 15. Oh, and all things art is
hey.
Eric B. Welcome to the show. You know, I didn't know if Chris had sent the URL, the link, I'm sorry, to the stream, and so I'm like, last minute. Oh, maybe I should send that.
Yeah, sorry, I was having some tech issues. I had to restart the computer, and it took a little bit.
That's all right. That will happen. I was just Techno 15 was asking favorite Joker statue, and I tell you what, man, there's a new competitor in town with that Tweeterhead statue. Holy cow! I have to be honest. I mean, I knew it was going to be cool, but wow, with Chris's review and the close-ups on that base, I mean, the statue, the figure itself, the Joker himself, he looks great. The portraits are great, but man, that base, all those cool Easter eggs, unreal. They really brought the heat.
Yeah, it turned out impressive. The paint looks amazing on it.
Yeah, they really did a great job. I know you and I have talked about that in the past, you know, with, you know, kind of texture and paint really kind of continuing to get better and better over time from all the statue companies. And it's great to see, you know, Tweeterhead applying that kind of detail in their pieces because, man, conceptually, I can't think of a Joker statue that beats it. You know, I mean,
they go back and forth. Like some of their statues have like a smooth, like older style finish, and then some of their newer stuff. So I wasn't quite sure how it was going to turn out, but it looks like the prototype. It looks great.
Yeah,
I mean, it is. I think it is the prototype. Is it the prototype he has, or the?
No, that was a production sample.
Production, okay.
On the quarter scale. Yeah, I'm not sure about the 6, but the quarter scale was a production sample. So that's a really good sign. But I mean, Techno 50. I mean, to answer your question, I'd probably have to say, I'm looking around the room. I'd probably have to say right now, I know it's controversial. Prime 1 Heath Ledger Joker is probably the favorite one, at least in my room. Close second is that Bermejo Joker. He's awesome as well. So those are my 2 favorite right now. But I got to tell you what, man, that Tweeterhead in hand, I think it's going to be great. I ordered the quarter scale. I ordered that one. I ordered the Harley and the Joker. And so I'm excited about them.
Did you order
is that one you're getting?
I had it, and then I can't. So I had the 1/6 on order.
That's right. Yeah.
And then I upgraded it to the 1/4, and then I decided to go all 1/3, and I canceled it last minute.
Yeah. So, all 1/3.
But it's looking good, and it's tempting again.
It's crazy, man. That 1/3, 1/4. If you're a collector like that, which I've been for a while, I kind of eased off the accelerator pedal when it comes to 1/3. I kind of reduced those because I think the footprint they take up is just great. Yeah. I mean, they're impressive, but wow, there's space.
Seeing your collection in person helped my collection out a lot, and seeing the mixture of 1/3 and 1/4.
Yep.
And I'm almost at the point. I thought I was going to go all 1/3. I kind of like having like the 1/4 up top. It doesn't bother me like the way mixing scales back in the day did for whatever reason, but now it doesn't really bother me. So starting to reconsider if I should keep some 1/4 up top as well, but that goes into replanning some things and possibly.
And some go. I find that some go better than others, and I don't know why. I just think that's a personal aesthetic thing. It's kind of. I don't think anybody can tell you, but for me, that's been the case. Some don't work and some do.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Chris, thoughts on the Red Sox losing out on Bogaerts? Yeah, that sucks. Oh my God. I don't know. Red Sox are kind of, it's a good thing my son plays with the Angels. All right. That's great news, Dan. Is BSC, is he commenting in the stream? Okay, BSC might be lurking about, so keep an eye out for him. I'm using the guys. I'm using the StreamYard, kind of comment function here. So when you see BSC, it's me. I don't know how much commenting I'll be doing while I kind of.
Oh, that's you, or is it Chris?
No, well, I think it could be both of us. We're both logged in. So it could be either one. You never know. But that one wasn't me. I wasn't talking to myself.
Okay.
Brad Ladner, I'll give this a try. Hang in there, Brad. Come on. Hey, Brad, that book that you sent me arrived. It's awesome. Brad had gave me an opportunity to pick up the Riddler One Bad Day Jim Lee cover. It's kind of the homage to the movie, the Batman movie.
Okay, I'm trying to think which one that one
really,
is.
Really good.
I know he just released the Catwoman. I had a chance to see that at the convention, an early sneak peek.
This one, yeah, I didn't even see that. I didn't see that one. It's this one.
Yeah, so the next one's going to be Catwoman.
Yep. So yeah, really cool. But so Brad, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, Dan, so many great art prints, so little wall space. You ain't kidding, my friend. Yeah, it's not easy. You know, it's funny. I had somebody reach out to me this week asking me about space. And I kind of had a bit of an epiphany, and you may think this sounds obvious, but it's kind of the dark, not unspoken, but like it's the flip side of the coin with this hobby. You know, no matter how big of a space you have, you're going to run out of space. It doesn't matter if you have a whole giant basement and a 5,000 square foot home, whatever, you're going to run out of space. And unless you're kind of turning your collection over, parts of your collection, it's kind of like how do you enjoy the hobby anymore? Yeah. You know? And so it's kind of, that's why I kind of like that I have the artwork as well as the statues, and it helps to keep things fresh because, yeah, I mean, ultimately, what are you going to just stop? I mean, then what, you know? Yeah. So,
well, I thought I stopped like a year ago. I thought I was done. And then I was like, kind of missed the feeling a little bit. Yeah. Like,
yeah. You get sucked back in. Right. And something will catch your fancy. And, yeah, I mean, I put up a few statues for sale yesterday, and 2 of the 3 are already gone. People were surprised selling a few of my samurai, and it's not because I don't love them. It's just because, okay, new stuff's coming in. You know, I've enjoyed these for a while now, and they move on, and, you know.
So I was curious about that. What is the stuff coming in right away that you need to make room, or why did you sell it so early?
No, it's there's a couple of pieces coming in right away. As you know, I brought in 1, 2, 3, 4 of the animated series pieces.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 plus the half scale bust, which I freaking love, that half scale Batman bust. Oh my God. So I had those come in, and then I know that I think Talon's probably right around the corner. You know, that Joker is going to be probably first quarter. So I kind of like to plan a little bit and not wait till the last minute. So I've got, you know, a bunch of inbound. I think some of the ones that I've got on PO are first part of the year. I know I've got, although I've got a spot for him, the White Knight Joker is probably, you know, anytime now.
Yeah. I can't do that much. You see, your stuff's more spaced out. When I do that, I'm like missing an entire cube, and then I just stare at a blank cube, and I'm like, like,
yeah, that I couldn't do. Yeah, that I could. I don't blame you one bit. That I definitely could.
So I got to wait until something comes in, and then the old goes out.
Jacob, live pre-order for you reach 200 viewers. Hey, that maybe.
I have some stuff I need to order, but there's no rush on. I want to order. You guys jumped on it early. That the Jimenez Batsuit Joker.
Oh, are you going to grab that one?
Yeah, I'm just waiting a little bit. I mean, it's going to be a while before it's even released. So,
yeah, we won't see that.
At the same time, I'm like, maybe I should order this way. It pushes the numbers up and shows interest in case they cancel it or something. You know, if everybody waits and, you know, last minute, then it looks like nobody's interested in it. So,
yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to, did they announce the ES for that? I think they did, right?
If they did, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I don't think they did.
I'm might confusing. I know Talon's only like 350.
Yeah, 3 or 350, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
So that's a real low one. But yeah. Hey, Josh, welcome. Hope you're doing well also. Benny Vogel, that's XM Spider-Man Symbiote that is a cool piece. Yep, that is definitely a cool piece, Benny. Let's see, Lane Kramer. Have I seen the content? Yes, I have seen the 1/4 P1. Considering getting placed in the sideshows as Santa next to it, maybe look like she's leaning on the tombstone. Yeah, that's a great idea. It's really cool seeing all of the those pieces come out. The Swamp Thing and Constantine and Zatanna. I mean, it's just awesome. I love those. So you were talking about that Jokerized bat suit. So what else are you thinking about?
I do have Talon on order. So whenever he comes in, I have Bermejo Catwoman. Stuff that I haven't ordered. Trying to think. I don't, other than that Batsuit Joker, I think that might. I mean, I still have. I'm thinking about Penguin possibly.
Yep.
Possibly the. Trying to think of the name of the Batman that's overtaken by the Doomsday virus.
Oh, that's a cool piece.
Thinking about that.
Are you thinking Doomsday too, or just
no, I don't have the space. So now if I go 1/3 on my top shelves get smaller as it goes up. As it progresses upwards, they get smaller. So I'm looking at smaller pieces.
Oh, okay. So they're not as tall.
Yeah, the height. I made the height.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose for like a visual perspective because they go to the ceiling. So it's
yeah. Yeah, that makes
sense. Aesthetically, it just looks better to me that way. So and those are fixed shelves. I secured them. They're epoxied in. They're nailed, screwed in. So there's no moving those shelves ever again.
Hey, speaking of epoxy, I finally watched your Venom show stream this morning. Oh my God, dude, how do you do that?
It's a lot of work. Yeah, you see on the videos, it's like a 15-minute video of 14 hours compressed into a lot of editing and leaving stuff out. A lot of stuff I don't show on camera that I do as well.
I mean, is that paint matching? Is that and guys in the chat, if you haven't watched Eric's All Things Art channel on YouTube, he did a repair on one of the Venom statues, and I think we've all heard about it now, where the jaw is kind of coming almost detached from the whole skull. I mean, it's really kind of bad. Eric fixes one. It's unbelievable, and you really make it easy to understand too as the steps. I mean, do a great job.
Yeah, I try. Like I said, a lot is left out of what I do, but I just try to keep it somewhat simple. I don't want to make it like a 4-hour video, so try to keep it moving.
Yep.
Maybe I'm thinking about maybe one day just doing like a full video just to where it just shows everything. I don't know if people would watch
a time lapse or something, or
or just I don't know. I know there's other artists out there that do stuff like that, and I mean that's how I learned. I used to sit there and just watch like people that would sit there and do like 10-hour videos, and I would sit there and just watch it, pieces at a time and just learn.
It's a great learning tool, YouTube.
yeah, I learned a lot from YouTube.
Hey, Bat Beast Brotherhood member. Yeah, I did. I was able to track one down. If you heard quite right at the outset of the show, I wanted to. I don't know if the person in the community that helped me out wants their name mentioned, so I won't. I'd love to give them a shout out, but I didn't know. I don't know if they want me to do that, so I won't for now. But yeah, I mean, it was great. Within minutes, I had somebody reach out to me and offer to help. So I was able to track one down. I got the one that I wanted, which was the sepia variant. So
was that the one from today? The Batman bottleneck?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was on a conference call and I just couldn't get over to order it, and I missed it. It was sold out really fast.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of animated art too, from the animated series. I noticed.
I've got I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Yep.
So you're gonna just like rotate them, or are you looking to do like an entire wall display?
I've got a kind of a corner. I'm gonna put some pictures up beginning of the week. I have one print and then one frame coming in early next week. And once those come in, I'll take some pictures and show everyone. But it looks outstanding. I'm really, really happy I did it because I love the animated series.
Yeah.
I don't quite know why I didn't do this before. It just I don't know, but I love that I did.
I know you got me tempted. Like I was telling you about the Joker. I was tempted when you were like, I don't know if I should get the Joker, and I was like, oh, I've seen it. Part the Joker is really nice.
He is. They're all really nice. I don't
and then
know.
there's he's at a great price right now, and I'm like, should I do it?
Yep. A really great price. That's the lowest price I've seen. I got it for just a little bit more than that, and I was really happy.
So those statues are interesting because they're smaller scale, but because they're like cartoon style, they're very like kind of bulky a little bit. They have like a good size to them.
They've got a nice size. You know, they're all dynamic. You know, Joker's probably the least of all, but he's still kind of got his arm out with the fish gun and a whole bit. But they've got a nice presence to them, and the finish and that Art Deco style that the series was done in really shines through in the pieces. They did a great job of capturing, you know, that style, that art aesthetic. They're really nice. I love them. Yep. Super, super nice. Who else do we have? I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm kind of jumping around here. Oh, Critical's in. Hey, Critical Mass. I like the Twitter Joker, but still can't get past the price. Chris talked about it in his review, and I know he talked about the unboxing, and I really agreed with him. I mean, I'm not sure that I think to a person in this community, everybody was shocked at $1,200. Like, holy cow, are you kidding? But that's a lot of statue.
Yeah.
That's a lot of statue.
It's bringing me right back to thinking about the Thanos on Throne. Thanos on Throne was $1,200, and I would probably say it's probably a little bit bigger than Thanos.
I think it's bigger. I've seen
not the figure Joker by himself, but that base is definitely bigger than the Throne.
Oh yeah. Oh, much. I think much. I saw Thanos on Throne in person, and I mean, it's big. Don't get me wrong; it's a substantial piece, but based on even Chris's video, I'd say it's big. So.
Actually, I used to own that piece.
Oh, did you really?
That was one that, because the story of how it sold out within minutes. I was like thinking about it, and then it sold out within minutes, and then I had to buy it in the aftermarket for a lot more than what it retailed for, and then I kept it for about 5 months because I wasn't into Marvel. I went for it just because of the art style, and I just really liked it. So
the Throne is unbelievable. I mean, the figure is great, but man, that Throne is crazy. Really, really good. Yeah, it's funny. So I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity out in Vegas to visit Torpedo Comics, but for work, I tend to get to Vegas a couple of times a year, usually for conferences or something of some kind. And I had the opportunity, and I always take the opportunity to go to Torpedo. And a few years back, I went, and they had one. I could have owned that piece. They had it for $1,000.
Wow. Was it the exclusive? Oh, it's probably the regular if it's a comic store, right? Either way, it's still cheap.
Honestly, don't recall which one it was, but I wasn't looking for it or anything, but they had it right up on top of this shelf for $1,000, and kind of a kick yourself moment right there. But some folks saying hi to the BSC who told us that he is lurking from the car.
Oh, I just thought of something. You asked me what I'm looking for. I'm looking, speaking of bus, so I got the Venom bus behind me. It's being picked up tomorrow. I'm gonna miss it because I did enjoy having it around. So I got bitten by the bust bug. I'm looking for the Sideshow Joker bust.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I actually was thinking about that earlier. I thought I wanted to remind you to bring that up. Yeah. So it's amazing how scarce that is, huh?
It's like a unicorn. You can't find it. I don't. There's something up with that it disappeared. Like Delaney mentions it in his Harley bust review. It never went to waitlist. It just disappeared off of Sideshow's website.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like many collectors have it in hand. You never really see it in collections. I think I know maybe 4 people that have it. And then if you look at Harley, there's no edition size on it. There's no edition size on the Harley bust, but she's still available. So it's really odd that it just disappeared and it's nowhere to be found. Like you can't even find sales on eBay. It's like it's gone.
Which is crazy. I mean, it seems like you can always find everything for sale on eBay at one point or another, right? It may be crazy, stupid expensive, but you can find it. I think Delaney might be right. I bet they bailed on it. I mean, I have no idea. I have no insight for everybody in the chat. I have no idea, but I bet they bailed on it.
Yeah. So Mike is saying he saw one in Canada. I had another collector reach out to me. Ledger. He's also in Canada. And I went as far as to actually call Canada. I called Canada, I think it was last night, and I asked them if they had it. They do have a Joker bust, but it's the older Joker. And by older, I mean the older looking Joker. He looks like the grandpa Joker, like the one that wasn't well received.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, I'm looking for the newer Sideshow Joker, the one that matches up with the Harley that just came out.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy looking one. To me, it reminds me a lot of the Daniel Bell statue, the Joker,
A little bit. Yeah, with the eye.
You know, it's got that kind of extreme style, I guess you could say. Yeah, really, really cool piece, but I'm shocked at how rare it is. That's definitely something up there. Let's see, Matt Martin. Hey, Matt, what's happening? Hope you're doing well, bud. He wants to talk. Oh gosh. So we talked a bit about the Queen Studios Venom and Eric's work on that piece. And again, guys, watch that on All Things Art here on YouTube, but also the Superman. I thought Chris did a really fair job.
Yeah.
With that review, a really fair job. When I saw it, it went beyond disappointed in the quality of the piece. It was kind of, how do they even let that out the door?
It's so disappointing because it's such an iconic character, iconic actor. We don't have a statue of him. I mean, they did one years ago, but even that one's not that good. So it's like the fact that we can't get a decent Christopher Reeve Superman is crazy.
Right. And it's not even like just the portrait's bad or something, or, I mean, I don't know how they let it out with that. It looks like an action figure.
Well, I was thinking when I first saw the seam, I was like, oh, I wonder if because every time I see a Superman statue, it has like a giant seam right here where it attaches. Like always, like the neck body always sticks out past the outfit, and it just doesn't line up and it looks wrong. So I was like, maybe they were trying to avoid that. But then I was like, no, that's kind of ridiculous to make an even bigger seam around the neck. Then I was joking around with you guys. I was like, maybe they didn't get license approval and they had to go back and cut the heads off and put. I don't know what they did, man.
I thought that made it as much sense as anything. Because that's the strangest thing. I don't know. I can't remember seeing that on a polystone statue.
Yeah. Or I was thinking maybe the body was a different material, and then they were using a different material for the head, trying to capture the likeness. You know, sometimes they use different materials, and that's how they felt they had to attach it. I don't. It's unexplainable. I don't know.
It just seems like it missed. Like whoever was supposed to check off on the final check off completely missed. I mean, between that and I know it's a smaller thing, but what's up with the S on the cape? Like,
oh, that too.
Holy cow.
Not for nothing. I made my own Superman cape when I had my Darkseid statue, and it looks better than that. Actually, I have it right here.
Uh-oh. You made your own.
Yeah, I just took some red fabric, and they sell these going like eBay or whatever on a site per se. They sell these Superman like iron-on decals.
Oh yeah.
So I made like this torn, ripped, actually lit it on fire, make it look like it was burning.
It looks cool. And it looks better.
It's better quality than the what's Sideshow.
By far. Yeah, by far.
It cost me $1. It was you just iron it on.
The one on that Sideshow, it looks like a child made it or something. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know, so strange. So, I mean, I give them, I mean, what's funny is the body, the sculpt, the shape of the body. To me, there's a resemblance to Christopher Reeve's build, right? I mean, I thought it looked good. I thought the suit looked good, other than the S on the cape.
Did you see that? I don't know if it was like it was like a Facebook reel or something. Chris did like this, like swap out. First, it shows like the real Christopher Reeve's portrait, and then it like changes into the statue and shows like the difference, like the transparency disappears in the picture. Yeah, like morphs in back and forth, and it's pretty off the shape of the face. So
yeah, I mean, he's got this the statue. He's got this Jay Leno chin. I mean, Reeve was a good-looking guy, and it looks, I don't know, it's way off. But anyways, we'll see. Eric, looks like Steve Klein says he'll buy the cape.
It is for sale. I mean, I'll give it to you if you want. Just message me. It's actually really cool.
You heard it, Steve.
It's it matches up with quarter scale, so it's a quarter scale torn cape. I was trying to mimic the one from, what was it, the Death of Superman cover.
Oh yeah, Death of Superman.
So I have a tie up here, and I used to have it on like a wooden stake on the base of
a great idea. So what did you display it with?
It was with Darkseid. I know it's from a Doomsday story, but I had it on my Darkseid.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, so anyway, so that was a miss. It'll be interesting to see if Sideshow responds. I can't imagine how they don't. I can't imagine. And for anybody in the chat that has it, that's happy with it, please, this is just all, it's to each their own. So if you have it and you're happy with it, I do, say, great, good for you. That's awesome. I'm sure there are pieces of my collection that I love that others don't. So, to each their own. But at the same time, I can't imagine that they're getting a lot of returns. They have to, just for the seam line, never mind the likeness or anything like that, or the quality of the S on the cape. It's
Well, what sucks is it's the only Christopher Reeve Superman statue we have. Like, there's no other option. So I imagine most people are just settling for it if they really want one in their collection.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Well, maybe if you don't look too close, you don't see the seam line. Or notice that giant chin. Anyway, so I feel bad. I don't want to just make it all negative. So guys in the chat, tell us about what else is on your mind. What do you guys have on order? I know we've got a Rogues Gallery Live show coming up this coming Wednesday, where we're going to talk we've got a couple of cool topics I know that we're going to talk through, so I won't steal that thunder here tonight. But, what do you guys have on order? Like I said, I got a cool print in. I'll share it with you guys. So this one ended up going, I think, was it you, Eric, that pointed us this direction? Clampett Studios had this.
That was Delaney.
Delaney pointed us to that one. So so picked up that. This is a canvas.
Oh, that's a canvas?
Yep, it's canvas. Nice. And but I think I'm going to frame it up. I don't know that I'm going to have it stretched and all that business. I think I'm just going to frame it. I tell you what, I've got a bunch of frames from Art to Frames. They do an awesome job.
Yeah. I told you they're local to me.
Yeah.
Which is great because I don't have to pay shipping. Yeah, and it's kind of like a compressed wood that they used, which makes why the frames are so cheap. But from the outside, you can't tell that. They look like very nice frames. So it's a great deal.
They look great, and they use you can get, if you pay for it, but you can get very good plexi or glass if you want. Museum glass, museum plexi if you're in like a sunny kind of room where you're getting direct sunlight and you want to protect it.
Guys, if you ever need frames, the website is so easy to use. Like, if you don't know the dimensions of how to mat something, it's just you input the dimensions of your image and it just does the rest for you. And so many options, like Dan said, you can upgrade different things. Like if you want a double mat or certain cuts in the mat so it looks fancy, different style frames, different style glasses that you could use. So it's a great website, great company.
And they turn the orders around extremely fast.
Yeah, they got a pretty big warehouse in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, all the ones that I order are custom, every single one of them. And it takes not even 5 minutes to order one. I mean, if you know what you want, color wise. One of the things I do to create, people often ask me about the artwork in my display. And one of the things I do is I always use a black top mat. And then I match the color of this secondary mat underneath. I match to the artwork. Okay. So if you know kind of what your plan is, I also match the outside. I always use an 1 1/4 black, plain black satin frame. That helps a ton with ordering. I can't recommend them enough.
Yeah.
What do we got? Scott L. Nothing PO'd. Currently looking for CGC 98 of Detective Comics 1000. Oh, the yesteryear. Oh, that Fabok. A 9.8 in Virgin.
I have them. I haven't.
In your direction.
I haven't CGC'd mine yet. I'm thinking about doing it soon.
Yeah.
I should have took advantage. They had I forget what sale it was. It might have been, I think it was Black Friday or Cyber Monday. They had the membership for $50 off. So it was 100 instead of 150 for CGC, which basically covers your fees, because they give you, I think, like $150 back in credit, and then you just apply that to getting your book slab. So it's like getting your books, it's like the membership's basically free. Yeah, I used it this year. That's what I did this year. But Scott, you are looking in the right direction. I don't have mine CGC'd yet either, but I do have copies that will likely get 9.8. They're perfect. They also just released in the email their turnaround times have improved. I don't know if you saw that in the newsletter. Oh yeah, I've seen people getting books back in under a month. Yeah, I think it's like up to 20 days now. So they went from like double, like I think it was like 30 or 40 days. Now it's at 20 for the modern fast track. Yep.
Julia Rose saying she agrees. This is about art to frame. She uses them to frame the Tula Lotte or Lotte Ivy print. Was very impressed. Yeah, they're really great guys. And I look, they no affiliation with the channel or anything. They just they do a great job. And Matt saying got 12 books at CGC for Todd. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Holy cow, man. You're a maniac. Dude's a maniac. Let's see. I have my Frank Cho signed Wonder Woman print waiting at the framers. Have to pick it up. That's awesome. Yeah, Frank Cho. He was at a couple of cons I was at this summer, and every time I went by his table, he wasn't there. I was disappointed.
That's everywhere. I've never seen. I think I seen him this year for the first time for like 5 minutes. Otherwise, he's never at his table. He's never there. I don't know.
Can do full 360. My turnaround times have improved. Brad Ladner's turnaround times are improved. A full 360 in 3 minutes.
There you go.
Brad, light on his feet. Eric, did you order Talon? And Dan, you're excited to get your Talon. Well, I'm very excited to get Talon.
I fast tracked my it's not fast tracked, but I did whatever the standard shipping. I paid the extra money. It actually wasn't too bad.
I think I did too.
To upgrade it. So hopefully as soon as it starts shipping, I'll have it like within a week, once it gets announced. So
yep, I've got a spot picked out for him, and yeah. Let's see. Scott also Scott's bought your black and white cover off the last auction. But waiting to see if they do another Fabbox signing in the near future. Yeah, Fabbox a tough signature, man. I mean, I bought. I found a couple of prints. It's funny because he did. I think it was Fan Expo Toronto, and he signs a bunch of stuff when he's at shows, but he doesn't come south of the Canadian border much.
Yeah. Well, when we had him on the show, on the the Rogues Live show for the interview, I got the impression that he seems very appreciated, like he doesn't realize how well perceived he is and how liked he is, that people actually like his work and want to meet him and stuff. He made it sound like if he came to a convention, nobody would come see him. Like,
I know it's crazy, right? I know. I don't know where that comes from, but yeah, I'd absolutely love to get some stuff signed by him. But yeah, he doesn't come around too much yet. Maybe that'll change next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Dan, have I pre-ordered Punchline yet? I am not getting the 1/3 Punchline. I don't have a good spot for her. I have another top secret pre-order that I did that I cannot talk about in good conscience. So I cannot talk, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a tease, but we'll move on. Let's see. Jonas says he's getting Rocksteady. Oh, nice. From PCS, and Zombie Captain America from Sideshow. Awesome. Cool. That's a fun piece. Those are both fun, super, super fun pieces.
Yeah, it's a great line, that Ninja Turtle line.
I didn't even know Chris was on the Toy Quest live panel. Did you? Did you know he was doing that?
I saw. Chris didn't really promote it much, but Toy Quest was promoting it. Miguel, and yeah, I was like, all right, I'll check it out, see what Chris is up to. And did you watch it? They had the guy that voices Wolverine. I was like, holy cow!
Did they really? Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. The guy that does the voice for the animated series.
Yeah.
And I think he did like the Capcom video games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was on the show and doing like all these quotes from like the show, and it was just awesome to listen to. Really cool. He told a story about Kevin Conroy. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah. So what else? Mike Sewell says waiting on the XM Zatanna to ship. I do not have Zatanna's a funny one for me. I can't decide which one I want. I want a Zatanna in my collection. I just don't know which one. And
I canceled that. Yeah. I had it and I canceled it. I'm kind of glad I did, because I think at the time I forced myself into liking the portrait more than I really did like the portrait.
Yeah.
Everything else I love on the statue. It's just the portrait is a little off for me.
Yeah.
I really like Prime 1's Zatanna, but that's a different scale. That's third scale.
Would you, if you were doing that one, would you do it with the big backdrop and the coat?
Yeah, I think I would do the backdrop.
Yeah. So that seems like it kind of, demands a significant space, right?
Do you remember if that was sold separately, or does it come with it? I think it just comes with it, right? So
I think it was like the bonus edition or whatever, or the EX or DX, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
Was that one. So blue version Detective 1000. Oh, wow. Rogue Empire. Brotherhood member got the blue version Detective 1000. Yeah, I think that looks really good. I love it. I think it looks great. So congrats on that. That's an awesome piece. You will not be disappointed.
Are you still using the same portrait on yours, the one off to the side, the bearded
I've
portrait?
actually got the looking down one on right now and I've got the yellow chest plate on right now.
The round one, right?
Circle, the oval. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't switched the chest plate yet, but I have switched back and forth with the bearded portrait and the one looking down.
Yep. Yeah, me too. I've had this one on now for a little bit, but I love them both. So
yeah, it's hard decision.
It is.
It's not a hard decision, but
yeah,
tough to choose one.
Oh man, Mike Stainbrook, have a great night, man. Thank you for stopping by, joining us for a little chat. Really appreciate it. Let's see, Abbott C says, not doing any pre-order since I'm hoping Prime 1 Batman on Throne is going to be up for pre-order soon with Alfred. Oh yeah, Eric, what do you think about that? Now that's quarter scale.
Yeah, which is great because they're selling it in so many different pieces. You can get like just Alfred, you can get just Batman on the chair, you can get the whole entire thing. It's great.
So is that something you'd pick up, or does the quarter scale turn you off?
I'm not on the boat of I need an Alfred and Jim Gordon statue in my collection. That's
not everybody needs Jim Gordon.
No, ruin everybody else's mood that likes that, but I don't know. I don't see myself doing something like that.
I think they picked the right. I think they're delivering Alfred the right way. I think with Batman in the cave, in the chair, with his computers, end of the night, slumped in the chair a little bit. That's when Alfred's bringing him the tea service, whatever. I think if you're going to have an Alfred, that's the way to have it.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get it. But
yeah, no, I was gonna say not that there's many poses for Alfred for a statue, but they nailed the pose. It reminds me of like the Alex Ross artwork where he's holding the cape. But
it absolutely
does. There really wasn't much of a too many choices for an Alfred pose, I guess.
I'd be willing to bet that that's not so accidental that it looks like that.
Yeah.
Mike Sewell says XM Batwoman. See, if here's somebody that thinks that Batwoman looks great, and I can completely see why you would. It definitely, to me, looks like a great statue just from the early pictures. Can't wait to see the alternate portraits. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they come with all the switch outs for that. A lot of these samurai pieces come with an insane number of switch outs. There's a couple that don't. Joker, Orochi has, an average amount, but like the Batgirl piece that I have, she's got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 head sculpts and all kinds of arm switch outs and weapons. And it'd be interesting to do that with Batwoman. I did notice they put a tattoo on her, and I know.
I was going to bring that up. Somebody pointed that out, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like that either. I think like it would have been. I don't mind the tattoo, but I think it would have been cooler if it was like a little bit of a better design, not like just some tattoo stamp on the arm. Like, I don't know.
Oh, something that more kind of wraps around.
Something like a little bit cooler looking.
More elaborate. Yeah, I can see that. That's actually a good idea. And that might be something that might be feedback that, XM might take. But yeah, I could see that. Maybe even something a little more samurai-ish.
Yeah, it's like Asian themed. Yeah, like exactly. Asian styled tattoo. I don't even know. Do you know what the tattoo is of? I didn't really zoom into it.
No, I didn't really zoom in yet. Lane Kramer's considering getting the Alfred to put with P1 advanced suit. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I was so tempted by that advanced suit Batman, but it is a great deal. I don't know if they're still available, but that's a cool looking piece. Dark Ranger 7, Sunrise, Sideshow, Venom Skate Deck, awesome. Got a rapid pics later. That's awesome.
Reading Brad's comment.
Oh, tattoo speeding. No, I know it's a Tasmanian devil. That's right. Come on. Right. Prime 1. Still waiting for Prime 1 Wonder Woman versus Hydra. Has that not shipped yet?
I don't think. I just saw. I think was it Art Collector just got the Art Germ version Wonder Woman. He just did an unboxing.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Hydra one yet. That one looks great though.
I agree. Yep. Obi-Wan K. Do you think Tweeterhead and Sideshow will do any of the prior 1/6 into 1/4 or just be going forward? My guess is going forward. And I have no inside information or scoop on that. I just think it seems like Tweeterhead is I don't know if upping their game is the right way to describe it, but they're certainly bringing heat when it comes to their pieces. Chris has teased that they've got a lot coming down the pipe from the Batman universe. I think we're going to see a lot of exciting statues. I can't imagine that they're going to look in the rearview mirror and see about increasing the size of all their pieces. I think they'll have their hands full with the new ones.
Yeah. Chris has said it publicly that they're probably not going back to it, and moving forward, if they do quarter scale, it's going to be up to Sideshow whether they can do it or not.
Exactly.
Supposedly, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Licensing.
Sideshow has the license for quarter scale. So.
Do you think the clay man piece will be 1/4 or 1/3? Oh, that's the animated series. Oh my God.
Clayman piece.
Yeah, who's the Phantasm?
Oh yeah,
Phantasm. Yeah, that
okay.
Phantasm piece.
Yeah, that goes back to your original question. That could be one on my radar that I pre-order.
Yeah, I love that. My guess is that's going to be quarter, only because of the size of the base. I mean, it looks huge. I can't imagine. Almost looks like she's on a hilltop or something behind them. Like it just looks like a massive piece. So
yeah,
I don't know, but my guess is 1/4, but only a guess. DR7, am I done with Samurai series? I'm done with increasing the size of that part of my collection, Dark Ranger. It's I love my Samurai pieces, and yes, I'm moving a couple of them on, but it's only to make room. It's space considerations. But no, I love my Samurai pieces. Keeping the bulk of them. I think prior to selling the 3, well, I have 1 of the 3 left. I still have the Joker left for anybody who's interested. Please message me. Trying to sell them at extremely aggressive prices. Again, I just want to do the right thing for the community, guys. I'm not looking to make money on these. I'm just trying to rehome them, if you will. But in terms of the Samurai series, I think I had 11. So I will be keeping, at least for the foreseeable, 8 of the 11. So yeah, I'm hanging on to them. Just making a little room.
Yeah.
Humble Collector says, loved Eric's Venom video.
Oh, thank you.
What's your dream statue for you both and would have made? Oh, what's the dream statue we'd have made? And great show from the UK. Awesome. Thanks so much, Humble Collector. I don't know. Dream statue, Eric. What do you say?
Well, I'm just recently, recovering from my Justice League line, but I used to always say I want a quarter scale comic version Brainiac, a quarter scale Teen Titans Raven, which I'm surprised they haven't done yet because they did a Starfire.
Yeah.
Man, as far as dream pieces, I think Prime One's pretty much hitting them all at the moment. They're doing it. So there's a lot of great stuff out there right now.
Yeah, there are a lot of great ones. I mean, for me, it's I want a really good quarter scale Capullo Batman.
Okay.
And I know that sounds funny because I'm getting a 3rd scale Talon, but again, I'm trying to ease off the accelerator on the 3rd scale. So yeah, quarter scale Capullo Batman. I'd love the design that he did for the Detective 1000 variant. I thought was really cool. That I'd be real happy with that.
Yeah, that's like my centerpiece right now. So I mean, that's I guess my dream piece at the moment. I can't think of anything that I need further.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you. Ryan wants to know which Samurai pieces did I sell. Ryan, so far, so I sold Bane and I sold Nightwing, and I have the Joker Orochi is still available at an insane price. If you're interested at all, PM me and we can talk about it. Eric, glad you're recovering from Justice. Keep going to the meetings. One day at a time.
Statue collecting's very serious, Brad. Come on.
Yes, it is. It's extremely
That's how
serious.
we speak. I know it's silly. That's how we talk, though. It's like, yeah. Like, not emotional. I could probably care less, but I get caught up in the moment sometimes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We got some incoming in the chat here.
Michael, Eric, did you sell everything you had, excluding Sanity, and start completely over?
I think I did. Yeah, I have Sanity. What did I keep? Pretty much. Yeah, I think he's right. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Unless I'm missing something behind me, I can't see right this second. But yeah, I pretty much sold everything except Sanity.
Wow. Well, that's kind of cool, though. I mean, it's just a matter of if you're right with it in your head.
Yeah.
Hard to let go of these things. So, but looks like we've got a couple of newbies in the chat. Blackbird Tech, hey, how are you, man? MMC Payne, hello, welcome to the chat. Dark Knight 420 at New York Con. I saw Sean Murphy to autograph and remark my CGC and send it back to me in 30 days at 9.8. Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of books, from New York. I'm seeing all kinds of collectors getting their books back, and really over the past month. It's not like it's just started. So it's been a great turnaround. Although here I am saying that, and I've got about a half a dozen books I'm still waiting on. But
yeah, Sean's great with the remarks, man. He just does them for everybody. He's like, no problem.
Yeah. Which isn't always the case.
Yeah, some artists are like, I don't know. If I have time, Sean, he makes time.
Yep, he really does. Really super, super friendly guy. Andrew Palumbo, how are you? I wish Prime One would do a Batman Last Night on Earth. That'd be a cool one with him carrying the Joker's head and the lantern.
They did a smaller scale of that. I've seen that in person. Yeah.
Cool. I know, I saw that too. That was
it was like a DC Direct type.
I was going to say, was that DC Direct that did that?
Something like that.
Something I saw it, and it was actually done well.
Yeah, it's not bad for a smaller piece.
Good. Yeah. Okay, the big question, Scott L. Favorite statue in your collection?
I can answer that, I guess.
For me, it's a really tough call. I'd still have to say White Knight.
Yeah, I think so too. So I forget what discussion it was. It might have been Chris, to where he said the Fabok detective took over that for him. For me, like I had a chance to see it in your collection. That Bat bike to me is still way more impressive than the detective Batman. There's just so much going on with the bike and the details and the intricacy. It's just mind blowing, that piece.
It's amazing they even made it. It's one of those, even people that know nothing about any of this that come into my home that that see this thing up close. How is that even possible that it's a statue?
And you're like a car guy too. You appreciate like the engine work and all that. So the fact that they show all that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and there are parts. I mean, that bike doesn't work in reality, but but the right parts are there. You know what I mean? They made an effort to make it at least reasonable. So it's crazy. I mean, I love I think the Fabok piece from a presence standpoint, an impact piece, it beats out White Knight. But in terms of favorite statue, that's mine. So what about you?
For me, it's going to be, where is she on that side? Poison. Oh, she's blocked by the box. Prime One Poison Ivy. To me, that's still is mind blowing. If you ever get the chance to see that in person, or if you own it, it's huge. One, first of all, the base by itself is impressive, and then you just have Ivy, which looks beautiful. So
yeah, she's an amazing piece. Did you see that somebody did a repaint on that?
I did. It didn't look too bad. It was a nice repaint.
I thought it looked good too. I mean, it seemed like a lot of work. I thought that the paint work on the on the vines that are wrapped around her looked really clean.
Yeah, somebody I think did a video on it. You could actually sit there and watch it being painted. I was thinking that too. I was like, oh man, to have to sit there and paint those vines, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you. Do you use a loop or anything when you're doing the really tight work that you're doing? So like a magnifying.
Oh yeah. I just actually picked one up a few months ago. My wife was laughing at me because they make the ones that go on your head.
Oh yeah.
Also where you look like a dentist or something. So no, I have one that just clips onto my booth, and it's on I don't know, like whatever you call it. You can move it around to wherever you want to move it.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. I mean, my vision's pretty good, but as I get older, it is a little bit blurry. I should be wearing glasses, but I don't know. It just feels weird looking through a magnifying lens when you're painting something. I don't know. I got to get used to it.
Yeah, I hear you. Statue Habit 71. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining. Glad you could make it. Rogue Empire Brotherhood member. Want to see a killer croc in the samurai line, like a dragon. Shocked they haven't done that. That seems like a layup, but they haven't done it. I think Killer Croc is just unrepresented across the board. I mean, they did a great Prime One, obviously did a great one. as part of the Arkham line. But I even like the OG one from Sideshow. I think is kind of a cool statue. But I can't believe it hasn't been done more. I think people would buy them up. But
I wonder what people would think of, because it was brought up on the Facebook group, that steampunk version of the characters. See, to me, that's something I'd be into. I'm not into like the whole. I mean, I used to have like Asian, theme collection, not a collection, but I used to collect all the Asian art. I even have like Asian tattoos on my body, but I kind of moved past the whole Asian theme of collecting. That's why I don't go into the samurai. Otherwise, I would, because they're, the details are incredible on those pieces. But yeah, if they did something like steampunk, I would be totally into that and jump on board for that.
Oh my God. I'd be all in. I don't talk about steampunk. You happen to mention I'm a car guy. I'm a mechanical guy. I love mechanical things. And I think it's because I don't do any of that for a living. I'm the opposite of that. So, but it's in my nature, and I love steampunk. I really, really love it. And I'd buy every piece. And those pictures, whoever did those, whoever's the designer who did those, wow, super talented. Super, super talented. Love those. I reached out to Aang Sang. I'm like, you guys have to do this. It's, they know how to do this now. They've proven it with the samurai line. They should absolutely run with that. Board Cube, 1 of 2, Brotherhood member. Thanks for all the White Knight bat bite coverage. Very happy. I'm glad you picked it up, man. I'm glad for anybody who picked that up. That, I think, a few years from now, if it isn't already, will achieve Grail status. Unboxing White Knight back. Didn't realize how many pieces. You have no idea, my friend. Oh my God. And doing that live, I think I did it an hour and 15 minutes. That was nerve-wracking. But yes, a lot of pieces. But it was actually kind of fun, when we did the thing with Chris when I visited him at the Bat Cave. That was crazy. Doing that with no instructions whatsoever, not knowing anything from anything. That was stupid, but it went well. It took us 2.5 hours, but it went well. Let's see. Gotham Goon. I repainted Hush Ivy's hair and the eyeshadow around her eyes. It looks even better. Wow, that's a gutsy move. I mean, you're all in at that point, right? Gutsy move. That's awesome, though. Good for you. I'm glad she came out great. Love to see pictures. I don't know if you posted pictures, but would love to see pictures of that. Brad, I like the Ivy statue because I don't really have any pictures. Meemaw. Is Brad an SNL writer and just doesn't tell anybody or something?
He is.
It's like super quick.
He's I don't know if he minds me saying, he said he does do like improv and stuff like that.
Wow. That's awesome that he does. He should do more of it. Mechanical guy drives a Tesla. Yeah, but mechanical guy also drives a 72 Plymouth Cuda that I work on myself. Rogue Empire, Brotherhood member, have a great night. I'm super happy that you stopped by. I'll probably be wrapping up here in a few minutes anyways. We just wanted to chat, but thank you for coming by. Dan, do you have the White Knight cycle displayed with covers on or off? Alan, I had for covers on for the first few months. Maybe even more, maybe 4 months, 5 months. And then I took them off. I love seeing the inner parts of that thing. I have a hard time. So the part, it's a piece that you probably are putting against the wall unless you have a massive space and it's on a center pedestal. So mine's against the wall, of course. And you don't see, of course, that backside. So I just leave the back plate on because you really don't see the engine, through the engine anyways. But the outer cover I have off. I love seeing it. So yeah, it's too good not to look at. And it's kind of right. It's right next to me. It's right here. You can see the lantern right here. So it's right next to me. I see it every day. I love it. So
that would probably be my next dream piece. If I had space for it, I would love to have that back body.
Yeah. It's another one of those that you just can't take your eyes off. It's like, I literally notice it every day. And I can't say that about every statue. I love the pieces I have in my collection, but I can't say that I notice them every day. I notice that every single day.
Yeah.
This is probably the best Batman thing I've seen on YouTube in 6 years. I don't even want to know what he means. I don't even want to know. Oh, DR7. Yeah, that was the animated series print sold out fast, man. I mean, really fast. So yeah,
they've been doing a lot of amazing ones too. It's all of them are so tempting.
Yep. Yep.
I have two of them, which I might be selling my older one, which I like a little bit less, but it's still an awesome print. I'll show you if you're interested in it.
Yeah, I'd love to take a look at it.
I only need one.
So, yeah. I have I've got a couple. Like I said, I'm going to post pictures and maybe even some video of the kind of that part of the display that I put together. But there's a lot. I've got the Sideshow one scheduled to arrive Monday.
Okay.
That animated series print, the one that he's on the it's the 30th anniversary one. He's on the bat signal.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. I'm curious to see what that one's going to look like in person. But
so that's something I actually just ordered. Speaking of art, even though we've been talking about it all night. So Chris's video pushed me into ordering that Liber Mayho canvas print.
Oh, nice.
The Batman and Joker. Was it from Damned? I believe. Yeah, Damned.
No, that's actually Batman 100.
Is it?
That's for Mayho's variant for Batman 100.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So I got that. I don't know. I mean, Chris got his already, but it says mine might ship in January to February. So I don't know if they're getting another batch or what's going on with it, because it's only an edition size of 50. So I don't know. But yeah, I ordered that. Yeah.
Oh, so you got the canvas.
Yeah, it comes canvas framed with the floating frame. So that'd be cool.
Yep. That's very cool. That's very cool. Awesome. Well, we've gone an hour, and that's all I intended to do. Was there anything else, Eric, that you wanted to bring up for these fine folks that have joined us? 122 of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was really awesome of you to swing by. Just a casual Friday night chat. But
yeah, we'll be back Wednesday. Catch up with everybody else.
Yeah. Again, it was kind of hard not stepping on any of the thunder for that show. I know we've got some cool kind of end of year pre-holiday stuff to chat about. So we'll let that lie for now. Stanley, I feel like that's a tongue-in-cheek question. I just have to say, I feel like that's a tongue-in-cheek question. Who's your favorite character? Anyway, I guess that's it. So Eric, have a great weekend to you. Everybody in the chat, have an awesome rest of your Friday evening. Thank you again for joining us. Please do us a favor. I know it's just Eric and I and no BSC, but in lieu of that, if you could please hit the like button for us, that would be awesome. Thank you to all the members who swung by as well. Really appreciate you as always. And with that, we will hopefully see you guys Wednesday night, right back here in the virtual Batcave. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.